We are shifting gear now to talk about the latest events in Pakistan. Is with us political analyst Shahzada Rahim. Hello, Mr. Rahim.
Hello, thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for being with us. So let's go very quickly to the first question. Imran Khan was ousted from the Prime Minister's seat after Parliament's no-confidence vote. Khan had denounced this before as a plot supported by the United States. What objectives would Washington be after by destabilizing this region in Eurasia?
Yeah, thank you for having me again. This was an important issue. Like this was the most critical situation for the first time, which happened like in decades in our country, like especially to a democratic government. Actually, this letter, which is filled with the American conspiracy, came on 7 March, and the vote of confidence was moved on 8 March. So, according to Imran Khan, this letter has a close connection with the vote of no confidence because Americans didn't like him because he challenged America on every forum. He tried to unite the Muslim world, and he visited Russia by defying, and he tried to talk about the neutralization of Pakistani foreign policy, just like the Indians. That's why, according to Imran Khan, America hates him the most. So there was no other option because he's not corrupt, so they cannot blackmail him. The only way to oust him was like to use the other political elements and opposition leaders, just like America has been doing this, like in Latin America and other region of the other parts of the world, like use the opposition forces, bribe them, and just overthrow the democratically elected president. Like this happened in Iran, this happened in Chile, this happened everywhere. Like we have a whole record of American interference in the politics of these global South countries. So this also happened in our country, unfortunately. So Imran Khan is not going to back down. He said, I will go to the street and I will tell people who was involved in this conspiracy with America and why America overthrew me. And he was joined by larger crowd, like we have seen last day, like in Peshawar. The demonstration was huge. According to the rough media estimates, there were more than 500,000 people which participated. And it was the largest in the history of Peshawar city. Though it's a small city, but this much number is a huge. It was a shocking even for the opposition political parties. And let me tell you let me mention one more thing. Like Imran Khan told the opposition leaders, do not come into the hedge of this conspiracy, American conspiracy, because if I was removed from the power, and if I went to the public, then it will become very difficult for you to live even here in Pakistan. So he did the same, used the same strategy. He went to the street and he called for the people to support him, he was the victim of this greater conspiracy in Pakistan, which was launched by America and its stooges in our country.
Yeah, right. Is there another question? Is there a background or are there precedents for this geopolitical move by the U.S. in the region and in Pakistan in particular?
Yes, you better know that Pakistan is an important country for America. Like it has been throughout Cold War. If you see the Cold War history, Pakistan was part of SINTO and SEATO. It joined by an American bloc against Russia in the region, and we supported Americans in Afghan war against the Soviets. So Pakistan has always been strategic for Americans. And let me tell you, there's a famous book by a former British diplomat, Daniel Markey. The book name is No Exit from Pakistan. In that book, Daniel Markey openly says, we doesn't want to see Pakistan either more stabilized or more unstabilized. We want to keep it normal so we can easily control it. So this happened. Under Imran Khan, Pakistan attempted to free itself from the fetters of the West. So he attempted to free the foreign policy of Pakistan, but he failed to do it because Americans didn't like it, and this all happened. And this was a unique case. Let me tell you, in the 21st century, this was a unique case where America was openly involved in overthrowing the most popular leader of a certain country.
Rahim, what is next for Khan's supporters and for the government in Pakistan?
Yeah, Imran Khan, in his last speech, last day's speech in Peshawar, he said, I will go city to city. And like Karachi, you better know, we have few cities, which are very important, when it comes to the politics of Pakistan, especially electoral politics of Pakistan. He told, the public, in Peshawar, that I will go to Karachi, and it would be the largest in the history of Pakistan, since the time of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, who was very popular, like him, before. So we will go city to city like Lahore, Faisalabad, and major city, which are the stronghold of other countries, other parties, political parties like PMLN and PPP, which are mostly involved in overthrowing his government. So he will tell the people how the conspiracy was launched and how he was overthrown from the power, how he was hated by the America, and how this all happened in our country. So he will appeal to the people, and just he appealed yesterday. Through his speech was very furious. So many political analysts in Pakistan, they said like, he's not going to back down. Like he was very furious in his speech, and he told like, I'm not going to back down until and unless I will get the justice and I will free my people. Like we have launched, he told his movement, his new movement as like freedom movement. Like we are still not free. We have to be free like from this like Western legacy or other stuff. So he launched this movement like from street to street. So he will go to city, major cities, and he will tell the people like what happened, obviously. And this is going to be a turning point for the politics in Pakistan, let me tell you.
Thank you so much, Rahim. We don't have time for more.
Okay.